There are three ranges typically for stick. You have Largo, Medio, and Corto. Largo being long range, Medio being medium range, and Corto being close range. So we're going to look at those today. What's the difference between them? When do you use them? And where does Kenpo function mostly in its current ranges? So what we're going to look at here is when I'm at Largo range, long range as we said, I'm going to be in a position where my stick can hit the hand, okay? Maybe it's a little further out in this case. My stick can hit the hand of the person or other extremities belong to that person. It's very much a range where you are fencing. So if you think about it like point sparring in competition, you're at a range where you're very cagey with your range. You're looking to use your longest range weapon to keep the person at bay, score a shot, and then maybe get closer to land at a closer range shot as well, or to land a closer range score. So in this case, at Largo, we're very much moving. We're looking to use that wide footwork, chasing balance, chasing our strikes, looking to offset the other person, and then essentially, land a strike. In this case, we'd be also looking at hitting the hand to disarm, defanging the snake as it's known in some cases. You would be looking to basically take their weapon out by destroying the thing that is holding it. So that's your Largo range. Medio range then in this case is where Kenpo typically functions best. It's where we start to play with things like our live or checking hand in this one. So Medio range will be stick on body for the purposes of stick, okay? So again, we'll be close enough that we are able to land our stick in this range. Again, this is where we would have to take in considerations about using our checking hand, using our live hand, to use the Filipino terminology here as well, to secure and check the hand that is holding the weapon. You would also then be using it for a lot of other things as we go along. But typically speaking, this is the range where if we were to delayed sword this, for example, we would essentially be working, constantly monitoring with our live hand, making sure that we're pinning, checking, trapping, slicing, poking. Follow the list as you wish. But basically what you're doing at this range is you are very much in a fight with everything in the game, in terms of your weapons, your hands, your leg checks, everything else that we would already do. The one difference here is with Kenpo, we tend to fall into a habit of, just because we have a checkup, it's not always, active. It's not always live in the game, and it's not always moving. Very much in stick work at Medio range, your live hand is the one that is doing the most work. The stick here, for example, will do what a stick does. It will stab, it will slash, it will bang, it will do whatever it needs to do. But the live hand is very much the thing that is setting up the opportunities or looking for the opportunities for that stick to do what it needs to do. The third range then is Corto. Corto range is essentially hand on body, okay? I am really close. I am in here and I am working very much at a very close range. This is where our elbow range would come into play. A lot of our upward elbow strikes, and you will see things like hammer strikes, elbows, and other movements that come quickly from the hip, and quick footwork and quick rotation here as well. So this is where we really play a little closer. Our timing has to be really good at this point. So that would be Corto range. And again, Corto, as we've said in previous videos, this is why we guard the puño, this part of our stick, because this is predominantly where a lot of the power strikes will come in. These ones will hurt, but something about hitting something with the butt of a stick at this range, it's going to be a lot more powerful. It's your hammer strike at this range as well. So just bear in mind when we're doing that, this is why we've guarded this level of puño. Again, at that range, longer stick, not necessarily the best thing, easier to disarm at a close range in some cases, so we have to be mindful of that too. Again, that's the range we're playing at. There is a range slightly beyond that, which would be more about the grappling range. So that would be, again, if I'm coming in to throw, takedown, whatever it might be, I'm really center to center, center line to center line. And this is where you'll start to see your two hands on the stick being used in a lot of ways. You'll see a lot of this bumping, catching, pulling, whatever it might be, headbutting, all that type of stuff coming in at that range as well. So these are the ranges that we use when we're using stick as well. You will see that Kenpo obviously is definitely serviceable at the medium range. At the long range, we need to be very careful because obviously you're getting caught on the hands and so on, and your footwork needs to be on point for those things as much as anything. And then on the Corto range, that is where your timing and your sensitivity really has to be there. That is a lot of where the control manipulation, to use the Kenpo term, would happen. That's where you're raking eyes, raking faces, twisting, turning the person, making it that they can't shift their weight properly to hit properly or correctly. It's a very fast game. It's a very quick game. So again, that would be essentially the stuff that we really start to look at and learn in green and brown, where we start kind of using that really up close manipulation of a person as well. So that's your 3 ranges. You've got Largo, stick to hand, Medio, stick to body, keep that live hand active, make sure it's checking, make sure it's securing sticks, trapping, whatever it might be. And then Corto, all hell for leather, both hands need to be moving really well. You need to be attacking that person's center line. You need to be basically controlling everything you can at that point as well. It is not a reactionary gap zone. It is a place where the reactionary gap is completely minimized, and you are working on feeling alone in a lot of cases. You will not see a lot of what is coming at you at that range as well. So there you go, 3 ranges to work with, 3 ranges that we'll tip on in the future, and we'll cover some more of the different responses at those ranges as well.